Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Eruvin Perek Aleph Mishnah Yod. Here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss now making an Erub using vertical reeds. Right. So in last Mishnah, we spoke about using horizontal ropes going around creating that Erub, and we used the concept of lavud. Over here, we're going to discuss now vertical reeds going around that you set them up as little poles, as boards going around where you're going to be standing. So firstly, makifim bekanim. You're allowed to go ahead and make an eruv with kanim, with reeds. Same idea as before, that you're not allowed to have more than 3 tvachim between each one. Okay, so you see this picture over here. Same idea. There's less than 3 tvachim between each reed, between each pole, and therefore that makes it a kosher eruv. Now, the Mishnah continues. Rabbi Yehuda says, when we allowed you to make a mechitza, an eruv, either at a vertical reeds, or last Mishnah of the horizontal ropes, right, one or the other, that's specific to a caravan that was traveling, that's stuck in the desert, and they have to stay in the valley for Shabbat. But let's say someone's at home. Could they go ahead and do this? No, according to the Yehuda. According to the Yehuda, you would need to have a cross, right, a cross weave between the vertical and the horizontal, right? You would need to have both. As over here you see, right? You have both. That was what you need if you're not in a caravan. That's according to the Yehuda. Chamim say, no, the only reason they spoke about a caravan is because that's what usually happens. That's the norm, right? That's why the Mishnah spoke in those terms. But you know what? That's any case. Even if a person's at home, he can build an eruv like this. The Mishnah continues, any mechitza that's not made out of both a sheti and erev, both the horizontal and the vertical, is not considered a mechitza. Say no, all you need is one or the other, right? Either the horizontal or the vertical, right? As we mentioned, right? So the Yehuda holds like Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, right? They have the same opinion. Now the Mishnah continues, or actually before the Mishnah continues, I want to just mention that Rambam points out over here that it's important to know that if one person or 2 people get stuck in a desert, right, and they build this mechitza like we mentioned, a condition of building this mechitza is that the area space that they're building the mechitza around cannot be bigger than bet sa'atayim, right? Bet sa'atayim is 500 square amot, right? This is the size of the chatzer of the Mishkan, right, which is 50 by 100 amot. And if a person, 1 or 2 people are building an eruv, it needs to be a smaller amount of area space that the eruv is going around. Now, if it's 3 people or more, right, then they're already considered a she'ara. Then they're already considered like a group, a caravan, and they can build a mechitza as big as they want to cover all of their kilim and whatever they have with them, right? They can build around the entire, even if it's many miles long, they can build this massive eruv if they're 3 or more people. But on condition that they don't have empty space, that's bet sa'atayim, right? They cannot just have an empty area of bet sa'atayim. They need to have all that space covered, but they can build as big of an eruv as they want. Now the Mishnah continues. Kol mechitza. Sorry, arba'at devarim patru b'machaneh. Right, this is an interesting law. There are 4 things that Chachamim said people that go out to war, when Bnei Yisrael went out to war. And this is not just milchamet mitzvah. This is also milchamet reshut. They're going out to war to conquer more territory. Not just to protect themselves, not because they were attacked from an enemy. Rather, they're going to expand their borders, right? Even in Milchamet Reshut, there are 4 things that Hamim said they're patur for this army who's encamping in the Machaneh. What are they? Mevi'im etzim mikol makom. They can bring wood from anywhere. Let's say someone went ahead and I collected wood and I have it for myself in my backyard. Now, if the Legion is passing through, the army is passing through, the IDF is passing through, they're allowed to go ahead and use my wood, and it's not considered stealing. Secondly, ufturim mirechitzat yadayim. They're patur from doing rechitzat yadayim, netilat yadayim, before they eat bread. Right? If they're going out to war, milchamet reshut even, right? They don't have to do netilat yadayim before having bread, but they would still have to do ma'im haronim. Right? Because, why do you have to do ma'im haronim? Because ma'im haronim is because of the sakana. Right? That's because of the melach sedomit that they used to have, and that's why anyone that touches if they had a meal, I would have to go ahead and do my mahronim afterwards. But they are patur from the tilat yadayim in the beginning. Umidemai, they're also patur from demai, meaning they're allowed to eat demai. They don't have to separate to do mat maaser and maaser sheni. They could just eat it as is. Umi le'arev, right? Hence this being in a part of our Mishnah. They don't have to make an eruv, meaning they don't have to make the eruv hatzerot. Right? It's enough to just have a mechitza, right? They have a something going around them without actually making the eruv with the bread, so they could carry from one tent to the next. They don't have to do that. Eruv techumin, though, they do have to do, right? Eruv techumin is deoraita, and they're obligated to do eruv techumin. And as we mentioned, halacha is not like Rabbi Yehuda, not like Rabbi Yosef. The son the son of Rabbi Yehuda, right? That's the same Rabbi Yehuda, right? Rabbi Yosef is his son. And halacha is like hachamim, where all you need is the shati or the erev, one of the two, in order to make an eruv anywhere, right? Not just in the she'ara, but anywhere that you're making an eruv.